Hi, boys and girls. So this week for writing, we're going to be writing an opinion writing. So before we get started, what is opinion writing? Let's watch this video for a little reminder.
Your opinion is what you think or how you feel about something. People can have different opinions. Some people love pizza, and some people hate pizza. That's their opinion. We can share our opinions with others by writing about them. When someone is talking or writing about their opinion, there are certain words you might hear. Opinions may start with I like, or I believe, or I think, or you may hear other opinion words like the best or my favorite. So let's see if you can find the opinion. I love dogs because they are so cute. Or dogs have fur and tails. Which one is an opinion? Did you say this one? If so, you're right. It tells someone's feelings about dogs, not just facts.
All right, boys and girls, today we're going to be writing about our favorite book. If you're like me, you have many favorite books. Today I picked one book that I'm going to write about, and I'm going to give you my opinion as to why I think it's a great book. Remember that the book that is your favorite might not be a favorite of the person sitting next to you, and that's okay. It's our opinion. We all have different opinions. So some things to remember. First, you need to state your opinion, what you think. That's kind of like your topic sentence that we do. Then you're going to provide 3 reasons why you think that way. These 3 reasons you can think of as you're reading your book. Provide a closure that restates your opinion. That's our conclusion sentence. And make sure you're using describing words and transitional words. Describing words is another word for adjectives, and your transitional words are first, next, then, last. All right, boys and girls, so the book I picked today is actually one of my kids' favorite books, and it's called The Pout Pout Fish. The Pout Pout Fish is about a fish who always has this look on his face like he's sad or grumpy, and all the fish are annoyed by him. But he says, hey guys, I can't help it. As I read this story, I'm going to write down things that I like about this story and why I think it's a great book. I'm going to skim this book. I'm not going to read all of it. The Pout Pout Fish. Deep in the water where the fish hang out lives a gloomy swimmer with an ever-present pout. As you could tell, I memorized this book. And you know what? Right off the bat, I can already tell you something that I love about this book are the illustrations. So I'm going to write that. Illustrations. Illustrations. Jotted down my first note. I'm a pout pout fish with a pout pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. I told you I memorized this book. Along comes a clam with a wide-winning grin with a pearl of advice for her pal to take in. Hey, Mr. Fish, with your crosstown frown, don't you think it's time to turn it upside down? Says the fish to his friend, nice thought, Miss Clam. I hear what you're saying, but it's just the way I am. And he says the same thing. I'm a pout pout fish with a pout pout face. And then here we have a jellyfish. And if you keep going, he says the same thing. I'm a pout pout fish with a pout pout face. Ooh, and here he runs into a squid. So you know what? I love sea creatures. So one thing that I really like about this story is how there's all sorts of different sea creatures. So I'm going to write that. Sea creatures. So I've got 2 reasons. I need at least 2, I need at least 3. Okay, I'm gonna read the next page. I'm gonna skip that page. All right. Along comes an octopus with 8 great arms, covered on the underside with tiny sucker charms. Hey, Mr. Fish, let me tell it to you straight. Your hulky bulky sulking is an unattractive trait. Says the fish to his friend, Mr. 8, my chum, with a mouth like mine, I'm destined to be glum. One thing that I love about this story are all the rhyming words. So I'm gonna write that. Rhyming words. Rhyming words. Got 3 reasons, but you know what? I think it's good to have some more. So I'm gonna kind of skip. Ooh, I love this part of the story. Now along comes a fish in a silent silver shimmer the gang has never seen before, this bright and brilliant swimmer. She approaches Mr. Fish, but instead of saying, hey, she plants a kiss upon his face. Ugh. Let me read that again. She plants a kiss upon his pout and then she swims away. She kissed him. And then all of a sudden he gets up and, oh, Mr. Fish is most astounded. Mr. Fish is just aghast. He is stone-faced like a statue. Then he blinks and he speaks at last. Hey, friend, says Mr. Fish. I should have known it all along. I thought that I was pouty, but it turns out I was wrong. And he starts singing a new song. I'm a kiss, kiss fish with a kiss, kiss face. And now he goes around and he kisses everybody. And he says, hey guys, I actually am not a pout fish. I'm not a pout fish. I'm a kiss, kiss fish. This is not a pout. This is a face for smooching. So one thing I'm going to write is the ending because I love how this story ends. So here, I've got 4 things that I love about the story. I love the illustrations, the sea creatures, the rhyming words, and how the story ends. So now I'm going to go ahead and write my story. All right, guys, I wrote my opinion writing and I'm ready to share it with you. So the first thing I did was I thought of a topic sentence, something to introduce the reader. Remember, your topic sentence lets them know what your writing is going to be all about. There are all sorts of topic sentences you can write. In my opinion, The Pout Pout Fish is the best. The Pout Pout Fish is the best book. Here's why. The Pout Pout Fish is an amazing story. These are all good topic sentences. I wrote, I believe The Pout Pout Fish is one of the best books. That's my topic sentence. Then I went over to my little notes that I took and I decided which one I was going to write about first. Remember, I'm trying to think of 3 things to back up why this is the best book. I don't want to just write it's the best book. I want to explain to my reader why it's the best book. So the first thing I wrote about was actually the illustrations. So I wrote, this book has bright and colorful pictures. I didn't just write, I like the pictures. I wrote what I like about the pictures. I like that the pictures are bright, that they're colorful. The next thing I wrote about were the sea creatures. I like all the different sea creatures. There are a lot of different animals. I didn't stop there though. I didn't just write there are a lot of different animals in the story. I wrote what kinds there are. There are a lot of different animals like a clam, fish, jellyfish, and squid. Now, I wanted to come up with just one more, but I wrote 4 things on here, which you should always write way more than 3 when you're brainstorming. Rhyming words or ending. I decided I wanted to write about the ending because that was more interesting to me. This story has a great ending, period. But I didn't just write that. That would be boring. I told my reader about the ending. The fish kisses the pout pout fish and he realizes he has a smooch face. So I told them exactly what happened and why I love the ending. Now, am I done? No, we always have to end with a conclusion. So a conclusion is kind of like your introduction. You're wrapping it all up by retelling the topic. And the topic about what I'm writing about is my favorite book, The Pout Pout Fish. So here's how I ended it. I think you should read this book too. All right, so now it's time for you to dig deep. Think about a book that you like. You probably have lots of different books you like. Pick one to write about. But don't just start writing. Look at your book. Start brainstorming. Why do you like your book? After you've brainstormed, write a topic sentence, some details, and write a conclusion. Can't wait to read your stories.